Hi all, Satyam here, and today I want to talk about how to choose a specific tech stack or a specific technology for building a product. Now, a ton of people actually spend a lot of time, okay, trying to figure out which technology or which tech stack they should use to create a product, okay. And I just want to tell you the first thing, okay, in this video that there are only three parameters that I consider when I'm trying to choose a tech stack for a particular product, okay. But the reality is that it kind of does not matter what tech stack you choose or what technology you choose, okay, until unless your application is super complicated, doing a lot of things, and is gonna be like used by millions of people for a very complicated task, then yes, you will have to see the nitty gritty of different technologies. But for the most people, for the most application, for the most use cases, it simply does not matter what kind of thing you choose, okay, what kind of technology or what kind of tech stack you choose. And that is mainly because the user does not care, okay. The user does not care whether you are creating a website in WordPress or in PHP, or creating directly from scratch in Node.js, okay, or you are just buying it off from somewhere else. User does not care as long as the functionality and the quality of that application or that product is very high quality. User simply does not care, okay. Now, what are my three parameters for choosing a tech stack, right? Because if you're trying to create some complicated thing, you will need to understand these things. And the first one is basically understand your product, okay. So if your product is complicated, it is doing a lot of things, okay, then understand what are the features or what are the functionality that you are trying to give in the product. And then you will have to search which technologies are actually best for that feature, okay, for those features. So for example, if you are trying to create desktop application for Windows, then of course the go-to solution is .NET, okay. .NET will help you create everything for Windows, okay, like desktop application and applications for Windows, a phone also, if that actually is still relevant. So anything you want to do on Windows platform, yeah, definitely you will have to use the Microsoft .NET or C Sharp. Okay, if you're trying to do something on the Mac, then you will have to use Xcode, then you will have to use Swift or Objective C, okay, because they provide the best support for the interfaces for the sensors in those hardware, okay. If you are trying to connect to the sensor in the iPhone, then the best way to do that is to simply use the Swift or the native APIs that are provided by the Apple, okay. The first thing is this, to understand your product and then select what technologies actually will help you to get or to create those features fastest, okay. Now understand that we are trying to figure out what technologies will help us create those features fastest, okay, because yes, you can use Node.js to create applications for web and for mobile both, okay. But the reality is that in market, one of the most important thing is speed, okay, how fast you can deliver and ship your products. So you will have to see which uh, technologies actually have the most amount of libraries, the most amount of pre-written code to help you create your features fastest, okay. So that is the first thing. Understand your product and see what features you are going to create and you are going to provide to the user, and then research what languages or what technologies will help you create those features fastest, okay. That is the first thing. The second thing is debugging tools, or basically tools in that ecosystem, in that tech stack. So for example, okay, I work in .NET, and I have seen how amazing the .NET developer tools are, okay. So in Visual Studio you have a ton of debugging tool, a crazy amount of debugging tool for both asynchronous and synchronous programs, okay. Multi-threaded programs you can debug easily. Yeah, sure, it's always hard to debug multi-threaded program, but the tools that we have in Visual Studio will definitely make it a lot more easier, okay. All the parallel stacks and all the windows that the Visual Studio provides you to debug different parts of your program, okay. Like for example, let's just say you are creating a program in .NET, okay. You imported another assembly from another project created in .NET, okay, and then you can actually debug the code of that another assembly also, another project also. So that those kind of things are amazing to have. Like I'm telling you, whatever you are going to create in your digital product, once you ship it, okay, because you are going to ship it anyways, once you ship it, it will definitely have bugs. No software is perfect. It will get you will get bugs, and you will have to fix them as fast as possible, because speed is very important. So in order to do that, you must have amazing debugging tools at your disposal, so that you can figure out and analyze the defects as fast as possible. You don't want to like mess around your code think and guess what might be wrong. Okay, you just want to be able to just debug everything as soon as you can, as fast as you can, fix it and deliver and ship it to the market. Okay, so most like I've been working with React Native, okay, for a few days, and I realized that the debugging tools outside .NET are like kind of very cheap. Like React developer tools or React debugging tools are not that good. React Native ones, okay. So yeah, they leave a lot to be desired, to be honest. So make sure that the tech stack that you are choosing have a lot of tools to help you fix bugs and debug your code. That is the second thing that is very important to me. Okay. Now the third thing is the market demand for that tech stack. Understand that you are creating a product. Okay. Now you are going to also fund it, because in the starting I don't think some investor is gonna come and then fund it to you. Okay. So you are going to fund it. That means you will have to do some work, either as a freelancer or as an employee in a job, right? You will have to do work to get the money to fund your product, to fund your digital things. Okay. Now, since you are going to learn a tech stack, might as well learn a tech stack that actually have demand, okay, in the market, that people or companies are actually looking for people with those tech stacks as their skills. So learn a tech stack that does have demand in the market, so that it will help you land a job or a freelance product project, sorry, so that you can actually fund your digital products, okay, fund your digital things, fund yourself basically. Okay. And in case, like, I don't want it to happen, but the reality is that it can happen and it is very likely to happen, that in case if your business or your product does not do well in the market, okay, and you never make any money from it, you at least have a very good tech stack in your arsenal now that you can use to apply to best jobs in the market and get hired. Okay. And then try again the next day, okay, with another product, with something else, with some completely different thing, right? You need to live to try again tomorrow, right? But if you really observe and see around, then you will realize that most of the tech stacks that are actually present in the industry right now will help you do whatever pretty you want to do. Okay. Just take any tech stack and start building. That is more important. Okay. Because either the tech stack will have the libraries that you need, or it will not. Okay. If it does not have, just go for third party libraries, because most people are already creating a ton of libraries for all these tech stacks anyways. You can definitely find something somewhere in the tech stack that will help you do whatever you want to do. Okay. Until and unless you are trying to create some crazy random application that requires very specific things, okay, that you cannot get in in just any tech stack, okay, you need to have some kind of specific technology, then yes, you will have to think too much about it. But otherwise, most of the things are gonna be pretty simple for most technologies. For example, if you want to create a mobile application, then understand that most of the time the kind of mobile application that you are going to create can be created in React Native, can be created in Flutter, can be created in Android Studio, or basically the native Android development, can be created in native Apple development also. And yeah, I mean, like, that app idea can be implemented in pretty much any tech stack most of the time. Okay. Yeah, if you're trying to access some crazy, like, deep level things in that phone, in that the sensors of the phone, then you might need to actually get the native development tech stack. But otherwise, most of the things will be very easy for you. But the most important thing is to start. Okay, just start and create something. Just start building and publishing and shipping it to the market. That is the most important thing, because the market will teach you how to do things. Okay, the business will teach you how to do things. So just create something, build it, ship it, and see the feedback. Okay, just market it also. Of course, you need to market it. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about today. Let's meet in the next video. Till then, bye.